Hello, viewers. It's CJ Michael from School Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from what's called the Kikai Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breach your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, then you need to go to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything out the way, let's get into the latest episode. Let's get into the latest episode of Zenkaiger. So basically, it starts off like this. We see Kaido and the others, bringing up the Christmas decoration. Turns out that they're getting ready for Christmas, and also turns out that in December, Kaido's birthday is on the 12th. So basically, it's the 12th of December. So basically, Kaido's birthday is on the 12th before Christmas and stuff like that. So basically, so basically the gang was getting ready to deck his grandma's house / candy store for the holidays, and also think about what they want to do for Kaido's birthday as well. So basically, Sashin Kaido's robot bird. Sashin detected some monsters somewhere in the city, and the others went to go detected some trouble in the city. So basically, the Zenkaiger showed up on the scene where Sashin detected the disturbance. So basically, somewhere there's a water walkway that was facing a lake or some shit like that. So anyway, instead of the usual one monster from the Trojan Empire, they actually sent two. One monster is Spirit, the other is New Year. So basically, these two monsters, one had the power of New Year's, the other had the power of spirits. So basically, the Zenkaiger were kind of shocked to see two monsters. Usually they send one monster at a time. Usually the bad guys send one monster at a time to try to destroy the city and take down the Zenkaigers. So basically, two Kaigers showed up on the scene. Kaido and the others morphed up, and basically they looked like they was trying to start to fight, and both monsters tried to use their powers at the same time, but got canceled out. Seems like these monsters can't use, when they're near each other, they can't use their powers at the same time. So basically the New Year's monster and the Spirit monster can't use their powers when they're near each other. So basically the New Year's monster decides to let the Spirit monster deal with the Zenkaiger while he falls back. But the Zenkaiger tried to stop him, and that's when Stacy sees her. That's where Stacy Caesar and High Kaiser, aka Kaiser's dad, showed up and tried to help the situation. Tried to even out the situation for the monsters. So basically, they all started to fight each other. So basically, during the fight, the New Year's monster managed to escape, and the Spirit monster was able to use his powers to bring back people, to bring back people's spirits, So basically, the New Year's monster's power is to bring back, people's spirits. So basically, like ancestors and whatnot, and also some loved ones. So basically, when the New Year's monster whose power, the spirit that the New Year's monster brought back was Stacy's mother. So basically, the New Year's monster power brought back Stacy's mother, Zura's great grandfather, and two Kaisers you know, great like great uncle or something. I mean, great grandpa, great grandpa or some shit like that. So basically, you know, so basically, you know. So basically, Sticky was kind of shocked to see was kind of shocked at at the spirit monster bringing his mother, spirit back to life and whatnot, right in front of him. So basically, he was kind of shocked, was in shock. Zuran was like, didn't know who this girl, he didn't know who this guy is, even though he doesn't even know who is. He turns out that he doesn't even know that's his great grandfather or great grandfather and shit like that. So basically, just like the Needers monster, the spirit monster decided to retreat, and so did Stacy with his mother, and basically and Hightower decided to decided to leave the scene as well, because Stacy was completely in shock that the monster brought his mother back to life. So basically, so as for Zuran's, great grandfather, they took him back, back to Carter's shop. So basically, Zuran's great grandfather was kind of shocked to be didn't know anything about humans and whatnot. So basically, there was this fighting, where we're in a different parallel world with Kaido lived. We lived with Kaido, who was a human. So basically, he was kind of scared of Kaido because he never saw a human before. Now, everybody else whose ancestor or loved one that was brought back by the spirit monster were always shocked, but was having a good time talking to them. So anyway, Kaido and others took took Zuran's great grandfather back to the shop. Have him to ice cream. So basically, two Kaiser was like, didn't want to deal with it, even though his ancestor, even though that was his ancestor, he did not care. He did not care about his ancestors because he figured that we figured that the spirit monster might do something to him. The spirit. So basically, he was he didn't care about his ancestor, and he decided to leave him. Decided to leave him behind. But Tukai's ancestor, being a clever pirate, managed to got aboard the Kaio battleship. And basically, met Flit and the others and told them you guys are some soft ass pirates and whatnot, and caused some trouble against Tukai and Flint and their brothers and whatnot, causing trouble for Tukai and the rest of his family. So anyway, Stacy had a conversation with his dad about the spirit monster bringing it back, since it was since Kurt back into send the Needers monster and the spirit monster to attack the Rangers. He was not Sticky had some words for the start of Kurt back in, and Kurt back in said, "Don't question my motives. I have my motives too. The spirit monster has his plan. So me and the spirit monster had great plans for this. So basically, and basically, Stacy's mom was telling Kurt back saying, "You're still an asshole. How can you treat your son like this?" So basically, Kurt Baxter said, even though as a ghost, even though you're a ghost, you're a spirit that came back to life. You're still a pain in the ass. So basically, Kurt Baxter was like, was treating his Stacy's mother like crap, is just like he does Stacy. So basically, Stacy is like, you know what, screw you, me and mom are going somewhere to have some quality time. So basically, and Kurt Baxter told him that remember, boy, you work for King Booker. Your services you service the real King Booker. So basically, don't ever forget that. So basically, Stacy walked away after his father told him that you work for King Booker and whatnot. So anyway, things were good. So basically, things were pretty much for, a lot of people were joining to see the loved ones, spirits, and ancestor spirits came back to life thanks to the spirit monster. And that's when the spirit monster decided to go ahead with his plan. So basically, turns out that the spirit monster can control the spirits of the people that he brought back to life. So basically, all the spirits that he brought back to life, started to attack people. So basically, two characters, ancestors started to attack him and his family. Julian's great grandfather started to attack him, and Stacy's mom, before she started to attack him, always thought that had a conversation with Stacy somewhere in some wood somewhere, telling him that I always thought that you want turn out like your father is. So basically, Stacy's mom was giving him advice that, you should not be, you're a better man than your father is. So basically, I did have things for him, but, I was hoping that you will be a better man, you be a better man than he is, just giving him some advice. Stacy was like, but thinking maybe she's right, maybe she is right. And then that's when Stacy's mom started to attack him. So anyway, so basically, the other Zenkaiger's managed to find the spirit monster and morphed up and started to fight the spirit monster. So basically, High Kaiser showed up. To help out the spirit monster and whatnot. So basically, Kaido used the power of his Sukumo to fight High Kaiser, while the others deal with the spirit monster, and Julian was trying to not get beat up by his great grandpa. So anyway. So basically, during the fight between King Kaido and his father, High Kaiser, Kaido was wondering about realized that Stacy's mother was brought back by the spirit monster. So basically, he was wondering. So basically, during the fight between Kaido and High Kaiser, he forgot that Stacy's mom's spirit was brought back by the spirit monster. So basically, Kaido paused his fight between High Kaiser and asked him where's Stacy at. So basically, High Kaiser was like, why do you want to know that for? So basically, because the spirit monster brought his mother back. So basically, he could be in trouble. So basically, High Kaiser and Kaido to put that fight on hold and went to go help Stacy. Went to go help Stacy. So anyway, they made it just in time to save Stacy from being killed by his mother. So basically, Stacy was like, why the hell did you help me? Why did you help me? Why did you help me just now from being killed by my mother's spirit? So basically, I know that, so basically, Carter said it's the right thing to do. After all, you did, you did help my mother escape from the bad guys and whatnot. So basically, the other Zenkaigers was use the power of the Zenryu cannon to destroy the spirit monster, all the spirits that were born back to life disappeared after the spirit monster was destroyed. So basically, everybody was released. Stacy was kind of a bit devastated that his mom left. He wanted to spend some more time with his mom and whatnot. But Jun and Tukas was kind of glad that that their ancestors were gone. So anyway, like usual, a giant foot soldier showed up and absorbed the power of the chosen gear of the spirit monster and became a giant spirit monster. So basically, Kaido and Doc came, hook up together and formed the Zen Kaiju Megazord and took that in the spirit monster and saved the day. So basically, so basically everything was hunky-dory after that. So basically the Zenkaigers went back to Kaido's grandma's house/shop to finish decorating, the Christmas tree and put up the Christmas tree decorations around the shop. And Kyle was wondering this whole experience about Stacy's mother. He was wondering about Stacy after what happened to him today with his mother's spirit trying to kill him and whatnot, and seeing his mother again. So basically, Stacy was in the forest with Haikaiser. Like Haikaiser said, "Are you okay? I know that you and the whole mother spirit thing, tried to kill you. It's kind of mind, might have, kind of might affect you. So basically, if you want to talk about, about what happened to you there, I'm here for you." So basically, Stacey was like, "Okay, Hellcat, but not right now." So basically, Hellcat said, "Okay, then I'll see you back at the castle." So basically, when Hellcat left, Stacy started to think that, why I do want to be a better man or father, but start to have second thoughts about about why he even about working for Professor Isaac and King Borka just to show his father, and also thinking about maybe he should help Haikaiser, help Kaiser's father, aka Haikaiser, break free from Professor Aizen's brainwashing. So anyway, meanwhile, we see back at the bad guys, back at the castle of the Chosen Dynasty Empire. We see Professor Aizen being summoned by King Borka. So basically, King Borka had this weird piece in his hand, and that belongs to his old body. So basically, Professor Aizen was was shocked to see that piece from his old body in his hand. So basically, King Borka wanted Professor Aizen to get this piece of his old body to Heikaiser to use. So basically, like and Professor Aiken was kind of shocked. So basically. Professor Aiken was kind of shocked that that the king is giving him a piece of his old body to get Heikaiser to use. So basically, and it turns out that that King Walker and King Walker and Ging is putting their plan in motion by using this piece of his old body to improve Heikaiser, and that's how the episode ended with King Walker and his robot bird Dean laughing together. Laughing and Eva laugh together, and Professor Aiken horrified at the piece that King Walker has in his hand from his old body that King Walker wants to give to Heikaiser to use against the Zenkaigers, and this is how the episode ended on that note. So anyway, it seems like King Walker, even though he's stuck in the wall and only has one arm, did have a body before. It's pretty clear that King Walker wasn't always stuck in the wall, so basically his old body must have got destroyed somehow. So basically what his plan is. So basically, is he trying to transfer? Is he going to use this piece to transfer his body? To use Heikaiser's body for some reason or not. So basically, this episode kind of ends on a mystery. So basically, what is King Walker's plan for Heikaiser? So anyway, this was a good episode. So anyway, the news monster is still around. So basically, this was a good episode. So this episode ended on a good note and a good mystery. So anyway. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good or was it bad or was it just okay? Please let me know what the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, it's Sensei Michael from Screen Review. Sign off. 1.